Hey everyone, and welcome to Hooked on Needles and Crafts. Today we're going to be continuing part 2 of our cafe crochet booklet that I got from Amazon. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, we're going to continue with our snack series. We had started this popcorn container. Super cute. I didn't put the felt on here because I don't have any. But anyway, we're going to continue today and make the popcorn. I'm going to do one of them on this video, and then you can repeat watching this as many times as you need to make all the popcorn you need to fill this container. So these videos are a supplement to the instructions in this booklet. So if you would like to make any of these projects, I highly recommend that you click on the link in the description box. It's the direct link to the this booklet on Amazon. I'm not affiliated with them. I just wanted to find a really cute gift to make and send to my goddaughter for her birthday. So I ended up getting this, and it is jam-packed with different foods, and it's a little multicultural, so I also think that's kind of fun as well. So if you like this booklet, go ahead and check that out. Alright, so in this video I'm going to be going over new stitches at least 3 times, step by step, and then I'm going to be going through each row of instructions. If there's anything crazy with it, I'm going to try to clarify that with you guys so that you can have an easier time making these projects. If you need to speed up or slow down the video, go ahead and click on the gear button in the corner of the screen. There's playback options to go fast or slow. If you don't need to hear me, you can lower the volume on your device and then click on the CC closed caption button. So I'm going to continue with the popcorn. We are doing this with a white. It says cream yarn. I don't have cream yarn. So we're just going to stick with white. This is a very non-seasoned popcorn, so they're probably bland as heck. But you can go and you can even make any kind. You can make caramel popcorn for all I know. I don't know. You know, just pick whatever color you'd like. But we're going to start with the magic ring. So what you're going to do is grab your yarn, and we're going to wrap this around our finger 3 times with a little bit of overage like this, so I can take my middle finger and place it down right there. So now you can take this opportunity to straighten out your strands, maybe tighten up a little bit if they're too loose. But I'm going to take the hook and I'm going to slip it underneath the 3 strands like this. So we're going to pull the hook back out, and we're going to hook this strand and pull it under these 2. So let's do that. You can twist your hook to fit it underneath the 2 strands without getting caught. And then you're going to have something like this. So now what we're going to do is yarn over. And a yarn over is basically putting the yarn over the hook. So yarn over. And then we're going to pull this strand through this loop. Just like that. So now you can let go of your middle finger. You can slip the loops off your index finger. And then we're going to start doing our single crochet stitches. So let me show you how to do that. What you're going to want to do is stick your hook into the 2 loops like this. Then we're going to yarn over, and you're going to pull that through the loops. So now you have 2 loops onto your hook. Then we're going to yarn over again, and you're going to pull that through those 2 loops. And that is a single crochet stitch. If you look at the top of the stitch, there's a loop here and a loop here. And this is the side view. Alright, let's do another one. Stick your hook into the double loops here, yarn over, and pull through those loops. Now we have 2 loops onto our hook. We're going to yarn over again, and we're going to pull that through these 2 loops. So now we have 2 single crochet stitches, loops on this side and loops on that side. So let's do this one more time with you guys. Stick your hook into the loops. We're going to yarn over and pull up through those loops. Now we have 2 loops onto our hook. You're going to yarn over again and pull through those 2 loops. So now we have 3 single crochet stitches. We have a loop on this side, loop on that side. It looks like a braid. Alright, so let's do this until we get all the single crochet stitches onto this magic loop. And once you've completed that, I'm going to show you the next steps to close the magic loop. Alright, so what we're going to do now is you're going to hold the lower portion of this ring right about here. You want to hold it not too tightly, but sturdy enough to keep it still. We're going to pull this yarn here, and we're going to watch to see which one of these two loops goes into the magic ring first. So pull this. Once you've identified which loop it went in first, we're going to pull out the lower half of the loop. So this back loop went in first. I'm going to pull it out from this side, not this side, but this side. And as you're pulling it, you're going to see the other loop start to disappear. Once it's disappeared into the magic loop, you can then pull this excess piece and make this loop disappear. And when that's gone, we're going to just pull a little bit left. There's a little bit left in there. We're going to pull in the opposite direction and up. You're going to feel it move a little bit. You don't have to pull it too tightly, but now this hole is pretty much closed. So I'm going to go ahead and take a marker. You should invest in these. You can get them in packs for a few dollars online or at a hobby store. But I'm going to put this right under those two loops of the stitch that we made. And this is going to help you keep track of what row you're on. So this is going to mark as row 2 or round 2. So we're going to start that round, and I'm going to show you how to do increasing stitches. So an increasing stitch is basically doing 2 single crochet stitches in 1 stitch. What we're going to do after the first round, because it's sometimes hard to see where to put your hook into next, we're going to take the marker and we're going to count from the marker back to the number of stitches we're supposed to have. So count back from the marker, and we're going to stick our hook into that last stitch, and then we're going to start our increasing stitch. So in this stitch here, we're going to do 2 single crochet stitches. So yarn over. Wait, I didn't make it clean. Try to not split your yarn when you stick your hook in. Okay. So you're going to yarn over and pull through the loop. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's 1 single crochet stitch. We're going to do another one. Stick your hook back into that same stitch we just used. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 2 single crochet stitches. Alright, so let me show you how to do that again. So into the next stitch, put in your hook. We're going to put 2 single crochet stitches in here. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then into the same stitch, put in your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Let me show you this one more time. Into the next stitch, we're going to put 2 single crochet stitches in here. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then into that same stitch we just used, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we did 3 of these, so it's pretty much double. We should have 6 single crochet stitches, and then we're just going to finish this. So complete doing your increasing stitches. Okay, you're going to end up where the marker is, and after you complete your single crochet stitches, you can remove the marker and place it at the last stitch we made under that braid, and make sure you don't pierce the yarn. Alright, so now we can continue with round 3. So round 3 is alternating single crochet stitches with increasing stitches. So let's do that now. Alright, after we complete this round, I'm going to remove the marker and place it in the last stitch we made underneath the braid. And then we're going to do rounds 4 through 6. So for the next rounds, I'm going to need more markers. So if this is 4, 5, and 6, and I know, I guess it's not too many, but I want to be able to keep track of what I'm doing in case I get distracted. I'm going to gather up some yarn here. And that's why it's good to get a number of these. I actually just saved all of the markers that I've got from previous kits, so I actually never bought any. But anyway, I mean I did, but just not separately in a pack. But I know they sell them in packs. You can get them at the hobby store online. Alright, so for the next few rounds, we're going to just do single crochet stitches. Alright, so I finished the rows. As you see, the project wants to curl inside itself. So this is not actually the right side because we have this excess piece just chilling out here. So what we're going to do is invert the project. You want to flip it inside out, and after you do that, you're going to notice that you can see all the rounds, and it's prettier on this side, so that's what you're going to use. So next we have to put on the safety eyes. If you're putting on the safety eyes, it's going to be pretty quick. If not, if you're embroidering it, I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to pick a yellow as like butter. Always trying to find different colors, so. But I'm going to use, I'm going to use butter. I'm going to use yellow. And this needle needs to retire after this, but all right, thread this up, and I'm going to, I took the needle out, I pulled out a huge loop so that I can not worry about my hook flapping around, and then it's long enough to where I'm not going to lose the stitch. But you want to pick a side that's going to be good for you to start your eyes with, and it says to do it around rounds 5 and 6. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just gonna leave a little tail to tie in the end. Whoops. And I'm gonna make it a stitch wide. And you want to make multiple passes with your embroidery floss until you reach the eye thickness that you want, and try to keep track of how many times you make your passes so that when you do the other eye you can put the same number of passes, which will essentially make your eyes an even size. And as I'm talking, I think I just lost count. But this is the first time I didn't forget. I just now lost count though of it, so whatever. Alright. Then it's going to be about 2 stitches apart, and we're going to sew up the other eye. Right, and then after that we're going to do the mouth. And the mouth is going to be kind of level with the eyes. So I'm going to try to stick this in halfway on the stitch. And we're going to put it halfway into the next stitch. And I'm going to leave a little loop because we have to make it a smiley face. But I'm gonna come up from under here, and we are going to put this through that loop. We're going to go back in the same place we came up to put that permanent dip into the smile. Then we can turn this inside out and tie your embroidery floss to make that secure. I'm going to double knot mine. Alright, then we're going to cut off this piece. Alright, so after that I'm going to take my hook and place it back into that large loop, and then tighten up with my feeder yarn. and then we're going to complete the next row. Alright, so for the next row we're going to do front loop only, and I'm going to show you what that is, and then we're going to do some half double crochet stitches. So when we take a look, I showed you what a stitch looks like. Each braid has 2 loops, one on this side, one on this side. If we're facing the project this way, as we would, this loop would be the front loop, and this loop here will be the back loop. So we're going to be using the front loops only. So what we're going to do is, in the next stitch, you're going to come up from underneath and you're going to go through the front loop only, like that. So the back loop is untouched. Then we're going to do our next stitch. So to do a half double crochet stitch, we're going to yarn over first. Then, like I showed you before, we're going to come up from underneath and only go through the front loop like that. The back loop is just doing nothing back there. Alright, so we're going to yarn over and you're going to pull up a loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. Then we're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through all 3 loops. So we're going to do 2 more on this one stitch here. So yarn over, go back into that same front loop that we used, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. One more time, half double crochet stitch, yarn over, put your hook into that same front loop that we used, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So now we're going to do a slip stitch, and let me show you how to do a slip stitch, and we're still doing front loop only. So into the next stitch, we're going to come up from underneath, going only through the front loop. The back loop is left alone back here. To do a slip stitch, all you have to do is yarn over and pull through all the loops off your hook, and that's a slip stitch. So let me show you this 2 more times, you guys. So yarn over into the next loop, front loop only, so come up from underneath through the front loop only, back loop is left alone. We're going to yarn over, you're going to pull up a loop, so now you have 3 loops onto your hook. Then we're going to yarn over again and you're going to pull through all 3 loops. So now what we're going to do is hold on a sec. So now what we're going to do is do 2 more half double crochet stitches, yarn over, we're going to stick our hook into that same front loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then one more time, yarn over into the front loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then we're going to do a slip stitch, so into the next stitch you're going to put in your loop, put in your hook, sorry, front loop only, yarn over, and we're going to pull through all the loops off the hook to do the slip stitch. Right, so let's do this one more time. So yarn over into the next stitch, front loop only, put in your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, then yarn over into that same front loop, put in your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and one more time, yarn over into the front loop only, the same one we used, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then we're going to do a slip stitch. So into the next stitch, put in your hook, front loop only, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Alright. Alright, so I put the hook back into that large loop and tightened it up, but then I realized we didn't do row 7. We put the eyes already and didn't put row 7, but all is not a loss. We can still do row 7. So, sorry guys. Alright, so for round 7, we're going to alternate single crochet stitches with an invisible decreasing stitch. So let me show you how to do that. Do your single crochet stitch, and then for the invisible decreasing stitch, you want to stick your hook into the front loop only. So I showed you that these stitches, these braids, come with 2 loops, this side, this side. If you're facing it like this will be the front loop, this will be the back loop. To do an invisible decreasing stitch, you want to stick your hook into the front loop only. And then right away, we're going to stick our hook into the next front loop over. So now we have these 2 loops, these 2 front loops, and then this loop here. So we're going to yarn over and do our single crochet stitch. So yarn over, pull through both of these loops, and then we're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through those 2 loops. So we have our single crochet stitch. It's invisible decreasing stitch, which is a single crochet stitch. But anyway, again, we're going to alternate this. So do your single crochet stitch, and then we're going to show you how to do the invisible decreasing stitch. So into the next stitch, come up from underneath and put your hook through the front loop only. Then right away into the next stitch, put your hook in, front loop only. We're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through both of these loops. And then we're going to yarn over again and you're going to pull through those 2 loops. Alright, so one more time with you guys. Do your single crochet stitch. And then we're going to do the invisible decreasing stitch. So into the next stitch, front loop only, put in your hook. Then into the next stitch, front loop only, put in your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through both of these loops, and then yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Alright, so you're just going to complete alternating these 2 stitches until you reach the end. So that's why it's like good not to pierce your yarn, because we were able to fit in this row without any issues. Okay, and then after we finish this round, you know, we already did the eyes. We're supposed to do the eyes after this round, but I guess I got ahead of myself. I'm going to remove this marker and we're going to put this under the last stitch we made. We're going to be doing row 8, and we're going to use the front loops only for this whole round. So we're going to do a half double crochet stitch. Let me show you how to do that. You want to yarn over. We're going to put our hook into the next stitch, front loop only. Then we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. So let's do another half double crochet stitch, yarn over, into that same stitch, put in your hook, front loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. One more time. Yarn over, use the same front loop that we used, yarn over again, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. So we did the 3 half double crochet stitches in that one front loop. So now we're going to do a slip stitch. So into the next stitch, put in your hook, front loop only. We're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops off your hook, like that. Alright, so let's do this 2 more times. We're going to do 3 half double crochet stitches in that one front loop. So yarn over, put your hook through the front loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. 2 more times, yarn over into that same front loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. One more time. Yarn over into the front loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then we're going to go into the next stitch, front loop only, and we're going to do a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through all the loops off the hook. Alright, so one more time with you guys. 3 half double crochet stitches in the front loop only. Here's 1, Here's 2, and then 3. Then we're going to do a slip stitch into the next stitch, front loop only. So now we have 3 of these little popcorn looking humps. Let's continue the rest, and then we'll add the stuffing. Oops. Okay, we're all the way around. I'm going to remove this marker here, and I'm going to place it, we're going to use the back loops only after this, so actually let me just place it in the back loop of the last stitch I made. Okay. And we have to put the stuffing in, so go grab your stuffing. And we're just going to put this in here. Put as much as you like to create the amount of firmness or squishiness you like. Alright, so we're going to work with back loops only, and we're going to do invisible decreasing stitches. So this is where it's going to get super ultra crazy. I don't like working with small projects, and then it's just going to get more difficult. So we've got about, I don't know, let me see. So we have 12 stitches here. So I'm going to find out where I'm putting my hook in. I'm going to count 12 stitches back. 3, 6, 9, 12. Alright, so put your hook into the last stitch we made. Now we're going to do an invisible decreasing stitch. So then right away, stick your hook into the next back loop only. We're going to yarn over, and you're going to pull through those 2 loops, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. We're doing our invisible decreasing stitches. Back loops only. So alright, next ones into the next back loop only, and then right away into the next back loop only. And then we're going to yarn over and pull through both loops, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Alright, let's do this one more time with you guys. So into the next back loop only, and then right away into the next back loop only, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Alright, so we're going to continue doing this all the way around, and then we're going to fasten this off. Okay, we're going to remove the marker, and then I'm going to cut a little bit because we have to fasten this off and close it. I thought my needle was going to retire after this. One more use out of my needle. But to fasten off, we're going to yarn over and pull through the loop all the way out. Then we're going to tighten up the loop, and then I'm going to take out my poor crooked needle. I ruined this from the blueberry pie we did a few videos ago. But I think it's officially done after this. Okay, so now we're just going to weave in the extra loops. Is this one? Oh man, I missed one. Right, we're just going to loop in the loops to close. So I'm just going in loosely, and then when I'm all the way back around, I'm going to pull the popcorn closed, and I'm going to find a moment to tie my knot. And once I've done that, then I'm going to stick my needle into the center. I'm going to find a spot randomly on the other side, pull the needle out. Then we're going to cut the tail flush, and I'm just going to squeeze this back out to hide that piece, and we have our popcorn. Cute, right? This is like disgustingly cute. So after that, you just throw your popcorn into your container, and then obviously you'd have to make as many pieces of popcorn to fill this up. So let me see what I have so far and if it's gonna fill up my container. Alright, so these are all the other pieces of popcorn I've made. How cute, right? And then I'm just gonna throw this in down here. I think it'll be enough, which is amazing. So I won't have to be making any more popcorn, but there's the last one on top. Oh my gosh, look how cute. And you know what? Let me try to face the faces out. This one came from a different spool. This was probably as close to the cream yarn I had, but I literally only had enough to make 2. I think I only made 2 in this color. So unfortunately, I've got my bright white seasonless bland popcorn, and then I got the 2 covered in butter, and I made the eyes yellow because, you know, yeah, I made it seem like it was yellow butter making the face. But yeah, so here is my popcorn container. I don't think you need a felt to say popcorn. You should just already know. But here it is laid down. Let's just smooth this out. I can place these popcorn bits here. We can take a photo. Maybe one here and one here. I don't know. How do you make this picture friendly? But this, I mean, I swear, this is so cute, you guys. So thank you so much for being patient and watching this beautiful, like, ensemble of snacks that I'm going to be sending to my goddaughter. Let's just, since this is probably a short video, let's just revisit snacks past. So, not in any order, but let me, I think I lost a tomato. Hold on a second. All right, so we made our bento box. Let's just set this aside here. All right, we're gonna put our popcorns on the belly of this container. Oh, popcorn popped out. Okay, so now we have our bento box. And I'm not hating that it's not stiff. You know, it is what it is. We've got our bento box here. And then maybe we'll do it this way. We'll set our egg. We have our rice ball, our octopus. We have our tomatoes. And then we have our edamame. Oh my gosh, I just can't. Look at this. So cute. I can't. I really can't. Okay. Then we have our, we don't even have room. We're gonna put our blueberry pie up here. And then we also have our takeout here. Let's see, let's put this up a little. Let's do our takeout. We've got our shrimp. We've got our chopsticks, we have our noodles, and we have our fortune cookie. This is the cutest ever. And then we have our breakfast, which is the 2 slices of bread. So can you at least see the face? Oh man, this is huge bread. We have our bread with our egg. And our bacon. I mean, this is a crowded show, really, but this is all of it. All of this in about a month or less. So, and there's plenty of more snacks in this booklet. So comment below, let me know what you think of all of these series with the Crochet Cafe booklet. Again, I highly recommend these. This is so super ultra cute. Definitely worth checking out. But at any rate, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Hooked on Needles and Crafts. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.